Salutations everyone, Dreamforge here with another build guide for Battle Brothers. I had a question the other day in my stream, what do you do with bros that are actually really bad? You know, those 42 melee attack peddlers or this 45 melee attack millers or something. What do you actually do with them? Because on higher difficulties you kind of have to use every bro you get. So you kind of have to do something with it. You can't just disband every bro that you dislike and just grab the next one, because you will run out of crowns very fast. I would say you convert them into a soldier. You want to make them somewhat useful, and they are very useful, even though they're just standing there like an honest man and keeping the enemy at bay and taking the hits basically. Every bro that is not suitable for anything else, I think they can just be put easily in that category, right? Just a bro that stands there and basically takes the hit for the other one, the precious one, your 3-star hedge knights or your 3-star manhunters or gladiators. So this is the basic idea. I would skill them like this. Colossus, I would do this very early. I would always take gifted because it's a very big stat boost. You want to keep them basically alive. And because they have so terrible melee attack, I would take fast adaptation. That just makes that at some point he will actually hit. What I really like in the beginning for a bro that is basically just standing there and tanking, I really like Shield Expert, because you get a chance of this knockback that you can use. I know a lot of people don't use it, but I really like it. It just gives you more control over the battlefield, and it is a really cool skill actually. You can even knock back raiders that have like riposted up, for example, and this basically breaks it. Very useful in my opinion. And then it's kind of like a choice. And they tend to die out at some point anyway, so it's not like this is not like an endgame build or whatever. So if he has a lot of, let's say, HP, he's very survivable. He has maybe even he roll melee defense really well, then I would just take rotation as next, because sometimes you have a bro, he's in a bad situation, you forgot to pull your range out of the way, then you can just take your soldier and then just rotate him out. This is very useful. Again, those two perks guarantee a very strong early to mid game battlefield control. I really value that. But then at some point I would obviously take this too, maybe a bit earlier, depends how squishy he is, because again, you want to make him as durable as possible. And then it does make sense to go very further. I probably would take this the next, so you know, underdog is for almost every melee fighter a very good perk to have, so yeah. So those are like the skills. Let's go into the gear. The gear is yeah, there's not much to talk about, but there's like a concept I kind of want to bring in, and something that it's more strategic to play like this, because there are a lot of different gear sets. Those gear sets, they vary in how much protection they provide and how heavy they are. Like for example, you can see this rugged surcoat has -6 fatigue when you wear it, but it gives 55 durability. But here you have, for -6 fatigue, you get 65. So this Gambeson is a straight upgrade to this. And the idea here is you want to give those soldiers the gear that is bad. Because I mean, it provides some protection, you know, it's fine, but you don't want to give them the high quality stuff. I wouldn't do that. If you have the option, you get Gambesons a lot, I think. You equip them the last with them, right? You just give the other bros that stuff before. And the same with the hat. You have like a full leather hat, has -3 with 45 durability, and here you have -2 and 50 durability. This is just a straight up better helmet. But of course, we take a shield. I mean, that is the whole purpose, surviving as long as possible. Wooden shields are absolutely fine, especially if you have a shield expert, you know, and then of course a spear. There will be situations where you of course can dagger down people. I wouldn't focus on this, but sometimes, you know, there's just like 2 enemies left, there's one juicy chest armor you want to have from that raider. Of course you switch to this. Of course we use spears because they give plus 20% chance to hit. When it comes to leveling up and attribute stats, that soldier is pretty straightforward, I would say. I mean, When you think about what does this type of build actually need? It needs HP, obviously you get as much as you can. You wanna of course have melee attack, but that's not so important in melee defense. You know, you wanna level melee defense as much as you can. Obviously you take basically almost every wall. What a lot of newer people or newer player basically don't really level is resolve, and it sometimes result in a full wipe and everyone dies because everyone is chain routing away. Of course, at the end you want to have some sort of, I would say, 45, maybe even 50 resolve at some point, but we talk early game. This build is for bros who are really bad at almost everything. So I would say you try to aim for at least 30, 35. You can skip melee attack a little bit for this, but I would never skip HP and almost never skip melee defense. This is like an early game, and this is more like mid game. You're like in the raider phase. Maybe you picked up a boar spear from one of those raiders. I would just upgrade this. And here's like another example. I just go over this briefly. 140 and -9 fatigue. And then 140 -8. It's just a straight up better ham. He's better looking here, I have to admit. But stats matters, okay? This male shirt has 110 and -12, and this has 115 and -12. Just like a better thing. I would upgrade them with the dagger the last, because, well, they have a very bad hit chance, and I would take other people first, you know? Yeah, then there's not much to it. Those soldiers are very valuable. They will carry you through the early game and protect your more, I would say, precious bros you want to keep. So if you enjoy those build guides, I will bring up a lot more in the future. I will plan variations of the soldier builds. They will come up next. Those are like the Cutthroat and the Reckoner. Kind of like those cute names. I don't know why. Then just subscribe to the channel if you like the video, of course. Like it. I mean, the algorithm, you know, yada yada. But I wish everyone a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.